warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Chapter 2. From the Titan War, clash of weapons and the fall of time, the rebellion declared, the first cry of war. We do not return to graves, we build the sky. The kneeling had happened. The mountain had bent behind Zeus. The Cyclops had lowered its eye for the first time since darkness gave it birth. But kneeling alone does not build a sky. Zeus stood among them, not as a brother born of the same womb, not as a son of the same mother, but as a scar torn open in the flesh of fate, a crater through which time spoke with the voice of thunder. He raised his hands, not in prayer, but like a rift tearing through air itself. For the first time, lightning had found a body worthy of bursting into without regret. Then he roared, not to be heard, but to shake them. We want no throne, no kingdom, no palaces built on the rubble of corpses. We want one thing only, never to be swallowed again. His words were rough, as if carved into stone with angry teeth. Then he turned to them, to Hestia who burned in silence, to Demeter gathering the chaos inside her chest, to Hera still carrying wounds too deep to bleed, to Hades who never spoke, but saw everything, and to Poseidon whose eyes dug into the soil as if the ocean itself awaited its first taste of blood. He said, "We lived in the gut of time, in a tomb with no door, forgotten between the teeth of a greedy father, and the world went deaf to our screams." Then he lifted his face to the heavens, that silent sky, watching like a bored god rewatching a cursed film from the beginning of creation. Zeus didn't call to it, he challenged it. "Hear me, O sky, we have escaped, and we will not return. We will not crawl back into the darkness you spun from the terror of your silence, nor into the womb that dreams of devouring us daily. These are our bodies, they will not be swallowed. These are our throats, they will not be choked. This is our war, and though we hold no weapons, we carry something fiercer, the memory of hunger, the curse of survival, and the scream of those who died while still breathing." Then he struck the ground with his heel, and the earth trembled as if it recognized the voice of its long-lost child. And from the dust came a voice, soft like warm ash. Gaia, the mother who no longer gives birth, yet still births words through her ancient cracks. She spoke gently. "The voice is strong, the scream is true, but without teeth it frightens no prey, not even the smallest." Zeus stared at her, his eyes holding thunder still unshaped, asking her without words. She understood his silence, and said, I know your heart is the hilt of a blade, yet to be forged. But if you want war, you'll need more than a cry. You'll need something that frightens stone itself when it hears it, and that has not yet been born. Then she vanished, as roots do when they've finished whispering to the dead. Zeus remained, at the center of his siblings, the pulsing heart of the mountain, waiting to pump its first drop of war-born blood. They knew now. War had begun. Even if no lightning had yet been thrown, even if no weapon had yet been drawn. Because true rebellion does not begin with a raised sword. It begins when the soul decides it will not be buried alive again. And from the mountain's heart, the first call to allies rose, nameless, unsigned, but carrying the scent of ash and a longing for a sky that had not yet been built. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.